Hey everybody, it's Thomas here at Musical Expressions. I got a little tutorial for you today about alternate picking on the guitar and the ukulele. We're going to be going over what it is, what it's good for, and some ways in which you can practice it and start using it in your own playing. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So what is alternate picking? Alternate picking, simply put, is a pattern of picking in which you go down with your pick and then up. So we're creating a strict alternating pattern going down toward the floor and up toward the ceiling, and it might look something a little bit like this. Alright, now you might be wondering, why would I want to learn how to do that? That seems like a lot of work when I could probably just have played what you just played, doing down picks. Like, it would probably have been easy just to do this. Maybe you can even go pretty fast with that. Alternate picking, though, is for when you want to go even faster. It's when you want to push the boundaries of how fast you can actually play on the guitar. We need a new method to do so. So maybe something like this. Okay, so that's why we got to do some alternate picking. If you want to play fast, we got to go down and up. Alright, so let's check those 3 levels of exercises for you to get good at it. The first level, you're going to see it on your screen right now. You can see, if you don't know how to read notes, don't worry, the tab is underneath. It's actually a pretty simple pattern. And let's pause for 1 second, because you might be wondering what these weird little symbols at the top are. This first one, that almost looks like an N, or maybe I think of it as a box with the bottom falling out, is the symbol for a down pick. So whenever you see that over a note, pick down toward the floor. So knowing that, you might be able to guess that this next shape shown here is the symbol for an up pick. I like to think of this one as a triangle with an open top, and that open top means go up toward the sky. Alright, so going back to the exercise, now that we know that, it's actually a very simple pattern. It's going to be just 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, all the way to the top, and we're going to practice going down and up with our pick while we do this. So if we just first learn the exercise, we're going to use our first finger on fret 1 and third finger on fret 3, and we're simply going to do this on every string. It looks like this. And then back. Alright, cool. So now that we got that, you might have to practice it a few times, so that's okay. We're going to work on the pick part of it. So to start, it might be a good idea just to stick to one string and practice switching notes while we down pick and up pick. If this is the first time you've ever done this, it might feel kind of weird to do that. Once you get a little bit comfortable with that, it might only take a few minutes, might take a couple days, we can start moving to the other strings. And notice, like we talked about in the beginning, it's a very strict down-up pattern. Okay, I finished with an upstroke on that last note. I'm going to do a downstroke as I start coming back down. And this is nice because now as we come back up the strings in this upward direction, or down if you're thinking we're going down to the low strings, we are going to do an up pick every time we switch strings. And this, I find, makes a smoother transition than having to do a down pick when you go up the strings. So from the last note, doing an up pick, we switch directions. Here's the whole exercise a little quicker. Nice. I hope you got that down. We're going to move on to the second level here. We're going to do 3 notes per string. This complicates things a little bit because if we do 3 notes on the first string, down, up, down, when we go to the next string, we're starting with an up pick, which is usually the opposite. We usually start with a down pick. So it'll look like this. Down, and then next string, up, up. And then that whole pattern repeats on the next set of strings. Down, up, down, up, down, up. And if you take a look at the notes I'm doing in this one, just in order to get 3 notes per string, I've added an open string, And I'm doing fret 2 and fret 3 this time. You could do any 3 notes you want. You could go up and do 10, 11, 12 even if you really want. But the point is we're doing 3 notes on a string. So this exercise going up and down will look like this. Let's jump into the final and cool sounding exercise. Okay, so this last exercise is what's called an E minor blues scale. And what's cool about it is that some strings actually have 2 notes, like string 6, and that'll be like exercise number 1, where there's a down and an up on one string. And some strings have 3 notes, which will be like exercise 2. So this scale is almost like we're mixing exercise 1 and exercise 2 into something that's actually usable in music and sounds a lot cooler. So here's the whole scale. Just to go over it, I'm going to start on string 6 and go to string 1 and saying the fret numbers for you. 0, 3, 0, 1, 2, 0, 2, 0, 2, 3, 0, 3, 0, 3. So it's a good idea to memorize that scale, but it's okay if not. We got the tab and the notes here for you to check out. And there we go. That's the whole exercise. Work on it to get a little faster, a little smoother, so you don't have to think about the notes and you don't have to think about the picking pattern, right? We want this to be automatic in a way that we're not consciously thinking about it while we play. All right, nice. There we go. That was down-up picking, alternate picking, as they call it. There are other types of picking patterns that we can learn about, in lessons or in future videos, but that's a basic one that I think everyone should know how to do. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit subscribe here. Check out some of our other videos. You can see some of our other teachers doing pretty cool lessons and playing some cool music. And make sure to follow us over on Facebook and our Instagram to receive updates about lessons, online lessons, and any camps we're doing in the future. Take care and have a good rest of your week.